This is going to sound like so much hate, and I swear it's not. Brandon, tonight is a very special night, not only because it's trade deadline day, but at midnight, man, J. Cole double album.
Yep.
We talk a lot of music. Do you have any predictions for this album? It looks to be 24 tracks. We haven't got any sort of features yet, so give me some predictions, whether it's a feature, whether it's... Do you actually think this is going to be his last album? Did you hear the mixtape from last week? Like, give me all your J. Cole thoughts as we close out this podcast.
So I heard I did hear the mixtape, and obviously it's J. Cole. He's going to make good music. I do think this is going to be his last album. Obviously we've seen kind of like he's been consistent, but like he has these spurts where he kind of just really goes dark. He goes MIA.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the quality of music's never going to change. He's going to release amazing music. As far as features, like,
let me double back. Give me a feature that you want to see, and give me a feature that you'd be surprised isn't on there. Like, who do you think for sure is going to be a feature with Cole? And then give me one that you absolutely want to see.
So one that I absolutely want to see, it probably would never happen, but obviously it would be Kendrick. Obviously Kendrick and J. Cole is going to be, it's going to be about as good as you can get on a song. Again, I don't think that really would ever happen again now. I know they're not really on bad terms, but after the whole beef thing, like kind of bringing Cole into it and stuff, I don't know how that relationship is. I'd have to imagine that it's probably not as good as what it once was. As far as a feature that I could see, like he doesn't work with a lot of people. Like I could see 21 Savage because like they've
collabed in the
worked
past
together before. Yeah, they've collabed in the past. Like they've made good music before. Like the music that they have released has been really good. Like I guess if I had to pick another feature, like I would love to see Jid on there. Like,
and probably should see Jid being a label mate, right?
Probably should. Like I think he's probably going to be another guy that's probably going to be on there. Like I could sit here and give you a list of 5 to 8 people that I'd want to see on it, but I definitely like number one would be Kendrick, obviously. If not, let's get some of your Dreamville guys on there.
I agree with you. Shouts to Is the Hype Real podcast. We talked about Cole a couple weeks ago, and I think they asked the same question, like, who do you want to see on there? I said Kendrick, not even thinking about, I actually kind of blocked out the whole diss track, non-diss track that happened with J. Cole. Because I agree with you. It did seem like they were on good terms before, but Cole's so private, we don't actually know what the relationship is like now. But it seems like we gotta, like, who was it that we were talking about last year? I think it was Kendrick and Tyler that we said that we couldn't believe.
Kendrick and Tyler,
couldn't believe never collabed. And Kendrick and Cole really haven't collabed. They've been on the same song for other people, but we haven't got a true Kendrick featuring J. Cole and J. Cole featuring Kendrick, and it makes no sense. And if this is truly his last album, which I'm skeptical of, but J. Cole doesn't seem like a guy who just says that just to say it. You know what I mean? It seems like we got to get a Kendrick feature. And then if we're talking about features I'm expecting, I think Cole has quietly done a good job. Let me see this. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
I think Cole's done a good job, especially, I think Kids on Drugs on. I think he's done a good job of surprising us with like throwback artists and having them on as features. I don't know why this name came to me at all. I have no idea why. I could see him having a Bun B feature. Don't know why that's the name that comes to me, but I could see someone of that ilk. I was going to say Jay-Z because he started with Rock Nation, but Jay-Z hasn't had a feature in quite some time. So I could see someone like Bun B, someone like maybe Juicy J. He just does a good job of putting. He does a good job of getting these random features and putting them in places you didn't really expect them to be, right?
Yep.
Like he had Cam.
He had the Young Joe feature on the what was it? The one he dropped in 2024. I think the opening track was like Young Joe and somebody else.
That's
like,
right. That's right. Yeah, I think he had Gucci Mane on there too,
fuck.
right?
It was. Yeah, it was Gucci and Young Joe. Yep.
So yeah, he does a good job of just random features. Obviously, and I love when artists do this. I think we've talked about this when they don't put out the track list and they don't put out the features, and you kind of got to guess on the first listen. Like shouts to Don Toliver. He did that with his album last week. Like you didn't see the features until the next day. Incredible project, by the way. I got to say this, man. We had a lot of good projects last year, but it was uninspiring. I thought there was a lot of good music, but there wasn't much that made me run back to like, all right, I got to go for a drive right now because I got to listen to this. I would say there was a lot of music that I doubled back on that I maybe appreciated more on the second and third listen. But shouts to Duke, friend of the show. We've had numerous talks about the year that was 2025 as far as music. And he's like, he said the same thing me and you have. He's like, man, there was a lot of good music, but he's like, nothing that like
no
really,
great music.
Yeah, he's like, nothing that really made me want to go back and listen to it. Nothing that like I'm itching to listen to now, which is weird because a lot of quality artists dropped. And I think we're all ready. I mean, Don Toliver last week, J. Cole tonight, Brent Faiyaz next week. Yeah, that's 3 damn good artists back to back to back. If you want to call them A pluses, like those are 3 of my favorite artists, and we're getting them 3 consecutive weeks. That's a good start. We're not even in the spring yet. So spring and summer are pretty promising.
Not even 2 full months into it.
Exactly. And like, you know, we've talked a lot about Drake on this podcast about what we do and don't want to see him do. I actually thought to myself last week, I was like, you know what? Had he dropped Iceman last year, like he was allegedly supposed to, I probably would have been like, dude, like, I don't want to hear this. Like, that's actually kind of what my thought was when he dropped that album with Party. And it was actually a pretty good album. I think I'm at the point now, like if he dropped in July or whenever, spring, summer, I'd be okay with it. Like I'm kind of ready for some Drake music now. He's been quiet enough. He hasn't been chasing the limelight. He's been kind of quiet to where I'm like, all right, I could do a Drake album right now.
You know, it's funny you say that because I kind of agree with that. Like, and I remember we were talking about this towards the end of the year. It's like, you know, we were, and really all throughout last year, we were all good on Drake music. You were, I was, you know, Keenan was. I think I'd be okay with it now. Like, especially if he dropped, like, because like you said, like we're getting 3 huge drops back to back to back, and there really was no point last year that we got this. Like, we had the one big weekend where it was Clips, and then somebody else dropped. Oh, Travis, no, who else was it that dropped?
It was Jack Boys.
Or Jack Boys. Yep, Jack Boys. And like, none of us are going back to Jack Boys. Like, I'm sure we all have some loose cuts on there, but I'm not taking time out of my day to go back to it. I'm sure you're not either.
Not the whole project. No, there is definitely songs I went back to. It's funny. There was a lot of good projects and even a lot of relistable projects, but yeah, man, nothing you'd go back to really. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say that because I thought Clips was a phenomenal album, but I didn't go back to that nearly as much as I wanted to. Partly because I think that seems like a winter album that dropped in the summer. I think that's part of it for me. I didn't really want to listen to bars and coke rap in July, which usually I have no parameter for that. I'll listen to that anytime, but I think that fits more in February of last year than it does July. But we did have that stretch. Like you said, we had that and Jack Boys, and then I think the week after was the JID album. And then Tyler, the Creator's album came out not long after that. Like it was good quality music. But I don't know. This year already seems like it's going to hit differently. And it does seem like we're going to get Drake. And I would think we might even get a Kendrick project of some sorts.
I'd have to imagine, like, especially with him winning the Grammy and stuff, like, I'd have to imagine he pops back out. I mean, I'm expecting every heavy hitter to drop because, like you said, we already got Don Toliver. That was an amazing album.
That's a great album.
We got J. Cole tonight. Like, it's one of Don Toliver's best albums that he's put out. J. Cole drops tonight. I'm expecting that to obviously be a plus album. Like it's going to be great. Like, and we're getting 24 songs of J. Cole. Like,
Can't beat that.
it's going to be fucking amazing. And like you said, next week we get Brent. Like, you get some R&B in there. Like, Brent can also rap too. Like who drops next? Like, if we do get a Kendrick, that'd be crazy. Like, maybe I don't know. I'm trying to think of people that haven't dropped, but like I could see them dropping in the next couple months. I know Denzel Curry's dropping again in March,
That was
and he's
actually
doing.
gonna be my next question to you. Quickly on Brent before I ask this question. I don't know if you remember this or not, but Brent, he was actually supposed to drop, I think, in the fall, and then like
He was, yeah.
completely scrapped his album because he said like whatever the content was didn't fit with how he was feeling. So this is like completely different music than what was supposed to drop. And the music that he was like dropping in the lead up to that was fire. Like I was ready for that album. And he was like, nah, this ain't the energy I'm on. So very interested to see what this sounds like on a Valentine's Day weekend. He's dropping, by the way, too. So very interesting.
Yeah.
But that was, you were kind of leading into what I was going to ask you. Give me I don't want to say non-mainstream, but give me an artist that you think, or give me an artist that you'd like to see drop this year. Maybe you haven't heard from them. Maybe they dropped last year. It doesn't really matter. But who's an artist that you want to see drop that maybe isn't like, I will say mainstream. That isn't like your top 5. Like, people are going to say Drake and Kendrick. Who's one that's a deep cut for you that you're like, oh, I need them to drop this year. I'm waiting on new music for them. You've got a pretty deep arsenal.
One.
You've got a deep arsenal when it comes to artists you like.
That's a good question. Now you got me thinking. Matt Stafford, MVP.
Huh. Shout out to Matt Stafford.
AP. Oh man, that's difficult. Like I would say. He did. When did this come out? This might be. I'm looking to see. Okay, so that was March 1st. I'll give you one.
Okay.
Schoolboy Q.
Okay. Okay.
Like he dropped. I had to make sure for whatever reason. I thought his album came out last year. This is a long. It came out March 1st of 2024.
Yeah, it did seem like last
the
year.
album blew. It did, yeah. That's kind of crazy. Damn. I'll give you Schoolboy. Denzel Curry's releasing one, so I can't put him on the list, which I'm excited about that one. That was gonna be good. He's got a good looking feature list on there.
That's dropping like you said March?
Yeah, March 6th. It's kind of like it's kind of more like Southern rap kind of.
Denzel's nice. Nice. And we had I forgot to mention this. We had A$AP Rocky drop at the top of the year too. So
Rocky's album was good too. That was a very good album. How about A$AP Ferg?
So I'll tell you this. Ferg dropped end of last year pretty quietly. I'm a big Ferg guy, and I did not love what I heard from that album. It was pretty quiet. And then I did see he's dropping some sort of collab project within like the next month. Like might even drop tonight for all I know. I know it's dropping soon. So that might be something on the lookout. I'll give you another one, and this is that's kind of mainstream. I was gonna say Tyler because the project he dropped, I think, was only 7 tracks last year. It was a very quiet and short album, but it was good. But for less mainstream, and by the way, Kanye's dropping in March, allegedly. Like, so who knows what that'll actually look like? Who's a deep cut guy or girl?
Wale. New Wale.
Wale. We did just get a Wale project. That's one I really got to dig into. I heard that was a great project. They came out in the fall. We do need another Leon Thomas project. I know he gave us an EP. Let me do some light research here.
So that's what I'm kind of looking through right now. I'm having to go through. I'm like, all right, who dropped? Who didn't? Yeah, Wale did drop. I forgot about that.
It does seem like we will get like it's been 2 years. It seems like Travis would drop officially like a solo project. We just got 21. We got I think 2 Chainz is that. Wait, I saw somewhere 2 Chainz is gonna like the hell was it? It was 2 Chainz and like a producer, like how he did with Alk last year. He did Alchemist and Larry June.
Okay.
This was gonna be 2 Chainz with another producer strictly. I can't remember who it was, and I can't remember where I stumbled upon it, but that could be great. That could be great. I would love to see another Action Bronson project. I've gotten back into him over the year. Benny the Butcher, I'd like to see drop another project. Indifferent on Big Sean. He's been dropping.
Yeah.
Dave East drops a lot. Future, we got a Future snippet today. I don't know if you saw that. So Future's gonna be dropping.
I did.
Soon.
He's never gonna fall off.
It seems like he's never gonna fall off. Truly, it really does seem that way. Shit. I'll give you one. I'd like to see a Jeremiah project. I feel like Jeremiah's been quiet for a little bit, so we need some good R&B. I'd like to see Jeremiah drop.
Okay, yeah, I can get down with that because he's been releasing singles. Like he dropped the one with Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller. Like he's been active, but we definitely need an album. That's actually
I'll give you another one. As I'm scrolling through. If it sounds like it's in alphabetical order that I'm giving these names off, it's because I am. I'm going through my artists here. Lucky Day. I feel like we haven't heard a solid album from him in a little bit. Because he drops nothing but heat. And then speaking of, you just heard me go through the L's. Now I'm in the M's. I feel like we need a Meek album. I feel like we definitely need a Meek project. Meek's been quiet. And he'll drop these snippets of him just like doing a crazy 16 here and there, and it sounds ridiculous. Like, I think every time I hear Meek, after not hearing him for like, however long, every time I hear him, I'm like, damn, he's gotten even better at rapping. Like every year I hear him, I'm like, this guy just continues to get better at rapping. Yeah.
I'm looking through my artist list.
I just want to say this too. There's a few albums that, like I mentioned with Wale, I did not give Wale the proper listen, and Wale's one of my, I want to say favorite artists, but he's one I would go out of my way to listen to. Miguel dropped Chaos near the end of 2025. From what I heard of that, it sounded really good, and I didn't listen to it. So, you hear me kind of trashing the music from 2025 and saying it's uninspiring. I do gotta, I gotta take some onus on that because there's some projects that are probably good out there that I did not listen to that normally throughout the year I would listen to. Maybe it's because the other artists put out such mid that I didn't want to listen to these other artists. I don't know. But I do got to go back to Miguel and Wale in particular and listen to those two albums because those both dropped in the fall. I heard good things about them. What I heard from them, I liked. Like the features and the songs I did.
Wale's album was good.
That's what I heard. So that's going to be on my list. You know what? I also wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind like a DJ Mustard or a DJ Khaled, like that type of compilation album. I think we're due for that too.
It's been a minute since Khaled dropped too, I think. Like, I want to say it was like 2020.
Right. It seems like it might have been like last decade.
Oh, August 25th, 2022 was the last one that Khaled dropped.
Oh, shit. So it hasn't been
which is
long.
like...
It's been 4 years, but it's been since this decade. Was that the one that had like Lil Baby and Dirk on it and all that?
Yeah, that's the one that had Lil Baby and Dirk. That, which is kind of crazy because Khaled was dropping like every year to every 2 years. Mustard did drop, I want to say it was the end of 2024, which that was a good album.
Seems like it was 24, yeah.
Yeah, it was 24, Faith of a Mustard Seed.
We're going to pivot here real quick.
That was a good one.
We're going to pivot here real quick. You're not just a music guy, you're not just a sports guy, you're a fan of all media. All right? Give me 3 of these things because we haven't had you on in a while. It's been a little bit since we've had you on. It was actually, I think it was before the Jags loss. The Bills. Yeah. So give me one video game you're looking forward to, give me one movie you're looking forward to, and give me one show that's in your rotation right now. Can be a new show, could be even a past show that's just like a comfort show. Give me one of each. Movie you're looking forward to, show, and a video game you're looking forward to in 26. And then we'll get out of here.
Okay. It's got to be... I've never been a big GTA player, but like it's got to be GTA 6. Like,
it's got to be.
I like there's no other game that I would pick over. Like, I'm big into sports games. I'm big into like first person RPG games and stuff. Like, I play a lot of like Fallouts and stuff like that. But yeah, GTA 6, obviously, especially with it being in Miami. I'm excited for that. I just hope they actually drop it.
Yeah.
Like, please. As far as movies, like one that's coming out, that's a good one because I actually am not in tune with what's coming out movie wise this year. Like,
Okay.
I don't believe, like, I actually don't go to the movies a lot. Like, I think the last time that I went to the movies was when Sinners came out, and I think I went like 2 or 3 times to go see Sinners because I love the movie that much. If I had to give you one, let me see. I've seen kind of stuff here and there. Um, I guess it would be like maybe Dune Part 3 or maybe Avengers Doomsday. Like, I know that's slated to potentially drop this year. Probably I'd say probably Dune or Avengers Doomsday because I do like my Marvel movies.
Okay.
And it's been a couple of years. And then as far as a TV show, Fallout TV show on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
That show's got me like, it's got me wrapped all the way around it.
Okay.
It's a loose adaptation on the video game series. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the video game series, but it's like, tell the people that don't know what it is, if you like kind of like apocalypse kind of settings with like dark humor, violence, like character development, like all that sort of stuff. It's kind of what it is. It's a lot to follow because there's multiple plot lines. So there's like 5 or 6 plot lines going on now. Season 2 just ended last night, and they painted the way for season 3, which it was the ending of this season was probably one of the best season finales that I've seen ever in a TV show. And this is like even with like Game of Thrones and stuff like that. Yeah, Fallout for sure. I watched the first season. They dropped it all in one. They've been dropping new episodes on Wednesday nights. They dropped the last 2 on Tuesday night. But I went through before season 2. I rewatched all season 1. I watched season 2. I've already rewatched the last episode a couple times.
Hell yeah.
Highly recommend that TV show. It's a great TV show. Even if you don't know anything about the games, it's a great show.
I like it. I like that. I like that recommendation. I think we're going to try to talk more multimedia on this podcast. I think this podcast is going to go a few different directions, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Because we missed out on a lot of music talk last year. And again, not because of us. Not because of us. We wanted to talk music. I just feel like across the board, whether it was you, Keenan, Duke, like, you guys are probably the 3 I talk about music the most. And I think we all agreed there was good music out there, but just uninspiring. And
there's nothing great.
And I'm like you, I don't really watch a ton of movies. I fucking love movies. I just don't have the time for them, really, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to watch more movies. I'm going to try to watch more new movies. And I'm definitely going to, TV I'm more into. I can watch series. I catch them when I catch them. So I'm going to try to get into the TV and movie space more. Brandon, any final thoughts before we sign out?
Not really. I hope, looking forward to the Cole album.
Hell yeah.
And, hopefully got the Super Bowl on Sunday, and then hopefully a good second half of the NBA season.
Looks like we're on track. And we got All-Star Weekend next week. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to look forward to.
That's true. Yeah.
Listen, this was the Warner Brothas Podcast. This was Kyle. This was Brandon Petty. We'll be back on Saturday morning, by the sounds of it, with our Super Bowl predictions. Cannot wait for that podcast. It's going to be a great time. We'll be back soon. Everyone be safe. Spotify, Instagram, Apple Music, TikTok. I'm going between the media and the social media here when I'm talking. So let's run that back. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. Then we'll go TikTok, Instagram. I feel like there's one more there, but I'm forgetting it. We'll be back here. Warner Brothas Podcast. Peace, y'all.